Wimbledon in 2002. And I like how she stopped while she was kind of going through the memories of it all, and said that the 2002 Wimbledon felt inevitable. There was a time where she felt like winning was inevitable, and if you go back and watch highlights of that 2002 Wimbledon, it felt like that from the television. The aura she had was like, y'all not touching me. I'm if I play my best, which I am right now, it's lights out for y'all. And like that aura from French Open to fast forward to 2003 Australian Open, like, yeah, there were bumps in the road, but for her not to lose a Grand Slam match for a year basically is insane. Like, I mean, it's and crazy even more so that she did it again like 10 years later. That's insane.
So question, right?
Yeah.
What do you think about the narrative? Because I know in sports, when the winner becomes like a foregone conclusion. So you got the Patriots, the 2000 and 2010. You got the Warriors throughout the 2010s.
Boo! Sorry.
You got Serena's run, right? People always talk about how boring it is when it feels like it's a foregone conclusion.
Mm-hmm.
How do you feel about that?
Okay, admittedly, I wasn't tuned into tennis like I am now, like back in 2002. I feel like
once you were tuned into tennis, like
she had moments. She had moments where it felt like a foregone conclusion. Yes, but if I can go back 2002, I would have loved it. Honestly, I would have. I guess I'm not being impartial because Serena is one of the athletes of my life, but to have an athlete that is as endearing and controversial and as like innovative as her play was at the time, to go on a stretch like that, I think I would have been like stuck to the television or like stuck to the newspaper at the time trying to see what the latest score was, because she was rapidly becoming so far ahead of her peers, and not just because she was doing something similar to them. Maybe that would have been boring, but she took it up a notch and like really had the aura of a champion when it felt like tennis was maybe becoming a little ho-hum. And on top of that, her biggest rival was her sister.
Yeah, and
that I would have enjoyed that.
The reason I asked is because one thing I've learned as sports fans is we ask for parity. We ask for a different winner every time until we start getting different winners every time. And there's nobody dominating the sport. And then when nobody's dominating the sport, it's like, oh, this is boring. Because a lot of people complain about the men's side of the tour. A lot of people complain about the women's side of the tour because there's nobody really dominating in the manner in which Serena and Venus did, and Roger and Rafa did at one point. I mean, I think we're seeing I'm not gonna jinx that. You know what? I'm gonna skip that. Let's go back to talking Serena.
you were about to drop Carlos Alcaraz in there again, weren't you?
No. I was gonna say we're witnessing the demise of a certain person, but I'm gonna keep that to myself. So
we can have a whole episode about that if you would like. We'll talk about that off camera.
We'll do that one day.